My Lord and my God, I firmly believe that you are here, that you see me, that you hear me. I adore you with profound reverence. I ask your pardon for my sins and the grace to make this time of prayer fruitful. My Immaculate Mother, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, my guardian angel, intercede for me. We read these challenging words in today's Gospel. Whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And whoever loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And whoever does not take up his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. Whoever finds his life will lose it. And whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. Jesus, you are calling each one of us to depend on you completely. You want us to discover that you are our all. Just picture that moment in Capharnaum. You and the apostles are watching in dismay as most of the crowd turns and walks away. The teachings are too hard. The demands are too high. How easy it is for us to imagine being there, feeling the confusion in the crowd, and then that awkward, painful silence as they walk away. Then Jesus, you turn to Peter and ask, "Will you also go away?" And Peter responds with those unforgettable words, "Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life." Jesus, help us to learn how to cling to you. As one of the ancients put it, hold fast to Christ and hold everything else lightly. And yet, the very hearts that you call to cling to you are hearts that tend to cling to everything else. We human beings have a remarkable tendency to cling to merely human realities. Think of plastic wrap. Its genius and its frustration is that it clings. Once attached, it is reluctant to let go. Well, our hearts can be like that. At times, our own clinging restricts our growth. How easy it is to be attached to our own viewpoints, our own opinions. Someone once quipped, "Allow me to peel away your iron grip on your opinion." We cling to what is familiar. I remember walking through Rome near the Campo di Fiori, a magnificent piazza, and meeting 4 North American students studying a map. "Can I help you?" I asked. "We're looking for McDonald's." I pointed behind them and I said, "Well, first, I have to tell you that right over there is where Julius Caesar was assassinated." They glanced briefly in that direction, and then they asked again, "Okay, fine, but where's McDonald's?" We laugh. But perhaps we do the same thing with God. He offers us Rome, and we settle for McDonald's. God places before us unexpected, breathtaking possibilities, but we cling to what is familiar, comfortable, and safe. The temptation to cling to the familiar runs deeper than hamburgers and travel. Pope Leo recently spoke about this in a much deeper way, urging young people to resist exactly this kind of clinging. He put it this way: the human heart is not filled by accumulating experiences, possibilities, or a fleeting sense of security. It is filled when it discovers a calling, when it understands that life reaches its fullness only if it is given away. Well, to give life away, we first have to loosen our grip on it. Nowhere is this more evident than in the family. Consider a young girl who once turned to her mother and asked, "Mom, what should I be when I grow up?" That wise mother responded, "Don't ask me. Ask God. He is the one who created you." But not every family finds it easy to do this. C.S. Lewis illustrates this powerfully in The Great Divorce. A mother arrives longing to see her beloved son. At first, her love seems noble and admirable, but gradually it becomes clear that she does not simply love her son, she needs him. She cannot bear to release him. Her love has become possessive. Lewis reminds us that even our most beautiful natural loves can become distorted when they occupy the place that belongs to God alone. Love does not possess. Love sets free. Sometimes even loving families can become insular. Without realizing it, parents may cling to their children and discourage generosity, risk, and self-giving. The psychologist Carl Stern observed that the task of a mother is not merely to bind a child to herself, but gradually to release him. Healthy love loosens its grip. It turns the child's gaze away from itself and toward the world, toward others, and ultimately toward God. As Stern beautifully put it, the wise mother knows not only how to bind, but also how to sever. Perhaps that is true of all Christian love. Love does not possess. Love sets free. This is why God occasionally places before us moments of grace, moments that ask us to let go, to trust, to act. A vocational decision, an act of forgiveness, a call to generosity. Love that sets free makes room for grace. Shakespeare put it beautifully in Julius Caesar. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which, taken at the flood, leads on to fortune. We must take the current when it serves, or lose our ventures. In every life, there are grace-filled moments. If we welcome them, they can carry us to blessings we never imagined. But if we cling to the safety of the familiar, we may remain stranded in the shallows. Jesus, free us from clinging to our own ideas, our plans, our vision of how things should be. Teach us to hold everything with open hands. When those decisive moments come, may we have the courage to take the current when it serves. And when you ask us, as you asked Peter, will you also go away? May our answer always be, Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life. Jesus, teach me to hold fast to you. and to hold everything else lightly. I thank you, my God, for the good resolutions, affections, and inspirations that you have communicated to me in this meditation. I ask your help in putting them into effect. My Immaculate Mother, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, my guardian angel, intercede for me.